Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm here again. Like my previous video, I said I'm going to explain how I was able to understand Deutsch language within 4 months. So I'm going to be giving the tips of how you can get it. So number one, it's very good. I would advise that anybody that wants to learn a different language, you go to the community where they speak this language. For example, Deutschland. It's a Deutsch-speaking country. So when you're in Deutschland, you can easily understand Deutsch because of the people around. They force you to learn it because you don't have any other language to speak apart from Deutsch language. So it's going to be like an easy process. Secondly, it's advisable for you to get a coach or probably a partner, someone you can always speak the language with. When you're speaking a language with someone, it's going to be easier for you to be able to, comprehend and trying to learn it with an app or probably online or somewhere. Like, for example, now here is my coach. His name is Godfavor. So we're going to speak a little bit of Deutsch here so you can understand what I'm talking about. Come inside.
Yeah. I'm going to present myself now.
Yeah.
So I live in Germany for around 8 years.
Yeah.
And like my mom lives in Germany as well, but she doesn't speak that fluent German. But
It's fine.
But I do speak very fluent German.
Okay. So now
And this is my uncle Ibrahim.
Yeah. So we want to speak a little bit of Deutsch now. So, ich heiße Ibrahim.
Ja. Wie heißt du denn?
Ich heiße Ibrahim. Ich wohne hier in Deutschland. Vor 6 Jahren, nicht 6 Jahre, vor 3 Monaten hier in Deutschland. Ich komme aus Nigeria. Aber meine Muttersprache ist Yoruba, aber ist auch speziell Deutsch, Englisch sehr gut und Italien und ja.
Das wusste ich gar nicht.
Ja.
Und ich habe noch eine Frage.
Ja.
Welches Level von Deutsch sprichst du? A, B, C?
Ja, A, B, C, D.
Nein, nicht.
I.
Nein.
Buchstabiert man das?
Hast du A1 oder A2?
Ich habe A1, yes. Aber ich lerne Deutsch gemacht. Nicht lerne Deutsch, aber ich lerne Deutsch in der Deutschkurs. 6 Jahre oder 6 Monate. Ich spreche Deutsch sehr gut. Ja.
Ich finde eigentlich dein Deutsch ist sehr gut.
Ja.
Deine Grammatik ist gut.
Ja.
Aber deine Sprache hört sich irgendwie komisch an, aber eigentlich ist alles richtig.
Ja, alles richtig, ja, aber gerne. Ja, das ist gut. Ja. So this is like a process where you can easily learn it. So his name is Godfavor, and very smart, intelligent and bright young boy. But I've stayed here for almost 6 years or more.
No, 8.
8 years, so it's perfect in Deutsch. So I'm also trying to get there. So that's it. And thirdly, you can actually learn it from an application. They call it Duolingo. Duolingo application is an application you can download online or App Store. Use it to learn Deutsch or some other different languages. Then another measure is, like I said, it's interest. You have to be interested in learning something before you can learn it. If you're not interested, it's not how you can learn it. You put your mind to it. It's not a simple process. German is like, I think, the 4th hardest language in the world to understand because of the articles. So every word have its article. For example, you want to say a phone, that's handy. A handy means phone, das handy means a phone. So every word have its own different article. Like a cup now, you say the Tasse, right? Die Tasse. Was?
The cup is das Becher.
Das Becher. Aber das Becher? Okay, for example, the door now. The tour. This window, call it das Fenster. And the likes. So, like for example, a book, you say das Buch, and let's say bicycle is das Fahrrad, motor is das Auto, motorcycle is das Motorrad. So things like that. So Deutschland it's not that easy, but you can navigate your way to always understand it. So people that are here, there are some people that have stayed here almost 3 years and more and find it difficult to learn it just because of how it's difficult. But like I said, it depends on individuality and your interest to learn it. So just put your mind to it, develop this interest, develop your time, put your time to it, have a time like a scheduled time for it every day, probably 3 months, a 3 hours time in the evening or in the morning is better, advisable to learn it in the morning, because then you have all the time and your brain is still sharp. You can easily grab it and learn it in the evening. So that's just like a simple tips of how to learn the German language. Like I said earlier, each word have its article. So when you're learning each word, you learn it with its article. It will be easier for you to grab than learning the word without the article. When you want to speak, it's going to be just to be fucked up. You understand? So you start with introduction. For example, if they say introduce yourself, you say ich heiße Ibrahim. My name is Ibrahim. Ich bin 22 Jahre alt. Ich wohne hier in Deutschland. Ich komme aus Nigeria. I come from Nigeria. I'm living here in Deutschland. Meine Muttersprache ist Yoruba. My mother's language is Yoruba. Auch ich spreche Deutsch, English sehr gut. Aber but I speak also this language and this language. Ich arbeite in if they ask you, wie sind Sie von Beruf? What do you do for work? Aber was machst du beruflich? What do you do for work? You can say, ich arbeite Kassiererin. Aber ich arbeite als Motorfahrer, right? As a driver or some other things, autofahrer. So there are other things you can, So it's just a simple way to understand the language. And like I said, dedication is also key. You don't just stay. You keep pushing. Every day you keep learning new words, By so doing, you try to speak with your neighbor or try to develop or have a partner you speak with. It will be easier for you to learn than learning it alone. It's also another way. And thirdly, speaking it in a group or probably going to a gathering of where Dutch people are, where you can easily navigate and speak with other people that speak the same language you. It will be easy to, comprehend. So those are the basic tips of, understanding languages. So thank you very much and God bless.